some sunshine. Gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies. Push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground. Turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, up, up. You'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes and see it's true. A beautiful day.
Welcome back to the Bugbox live stream. It's Wednesday, Small Project Wednesday. Tonight we're gonna actually do a little bit of. I'm gonna show a little bit of video before we start getting into anything of some of the things that I've done here with the laser. I think it's about 6-7 minutes, right around 6 or 7 minutes. I don't remember exactly how long now, but. It has no audio, so I'm going to kind of narrate over it while I'm kind of working on a few things. Once it gets done, we'll kind of go over this stuff here, show it up a little closer if we can. I haven't got a whole lot of pictures of it yet, a few things I didn't actually get video of, so it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going, and we'll kind of talk through it as we're going, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, I think it's going now. So yeah, I'm actually working on they're aluminum business cards, but I'm actually using them for my bigger projects. I'm going to put on the backs the project, you know, how many rings, how long it took, all that good stuff, and it'll have a little clasp on it and go attached to the piece itself, so people can just grab, you know, look at the tag if they want and get the stats on it. So it actually does pretty good. I haven't sped this up or anything. I thought about doing it to save some time, but I want to show you how quick it is. Something like this through the old CO2 would have taken me probably a good 15-20 minutes, and literally it's, you know, a minute. So, and this is a black version. I'll show a card when we get done here that actually has I did my test grid on it with different power settings and everything, so I can kind of pick out the best one to do for anodized aluminum. Am I locking up, or is this just my laptop again? I think it's just my laptop. But it actually does it twice. It goes over the first time at a 45-degree angle, then it cross hatches and goes the other direction to kind of even everything out. Clean up pass is what they call it, I guess. This is actually going to show the back of the jersey card that I did for the jersey. Again, it's got the name of it and then the stats of how long it took, how many rings it has, etc. Gotten a few of them done so far. I still got to put holes in my top corners so I can put a ring through and put a clasp on it. Well, Facebook keeps kind of glitching on me. I hope it's just Facebook glitching. But, yeah, I think it's going to come out really well. I like them. Before I had actually used business cards, and on the back I would print up what the stats were and then laminate it. And it did okay. I had no problem with it, but I like these aluminum cards a lot better. I think they're going to be cool. And a little neater. Do a lot more stuff with them, I guess. This one came out really well. I kind of liked it. And I'm taking a little bit of, you know, playing around, trying different settings, all that good stuff to finally, you know, get it all going properly. And I've done it on several different things now, so it's starting to come together pretty good. while I'm kind of narrating this, I am kind of working on some rings too. Could just watch it with y'all, but figured might as well just start working on the bracelet we're going to do tonight while we're kind of showing this. So give it a quick check around. Everything looking good tonight. So yeah, there's a little bit of more of a close up of it. And I'll put a little hole in the top corner there for it. And then I try to do some anodized scales. I figured give them a run through after I've done some testing on it, and things were coming out, pretty good. So now I did learn that I have to change up the way I make my graphics, which is kind of a bummer. I've gotten so used to my other ways for so many years, so now I'm having to do another one. Now that might be able to change here soon. I've heard that Lightburn is going to be coming out with their program to work with this laser, so that'll actually be really, really nice if they do, because I've worked with Lightburn. It's easy to use, and if so, then my graphics will work as they should. EasyCAD, yeah, it's a little stickler for about everything, so kind of drives me a little bonkers, but I'm slowly figuring it out. I mean, it is a matter, But these came out really well. Again, I did a crosshatch on them. I don't know if I necessarily need to, but again, I'm just kind of playing, testing, trying different parameters, all that good stuff. Well, I think we're going to see I'm not sure how far we are into the video yet. I'll have to make sure I'm paying attention when it comes time. Also did some, I think that's what's next, is rings. Now, the video probably won't show them very well. I don't know, it depends on how close you are to your screen, how big you got your video going to see them, but I'm looking at using these as marker rings, kind of, for putting in a piece that actually has the name on it. I can kind of see it there. I still got to figure out my full settings on that to get it just right. I'm going to have 3 or 4 different settings for ring sizes. Tried it on square, tried it on round. Both of them came out fairly decent. It's a matter of getting that right curvature is what I'm working towards now. And once I get that done, then I can start making a jig for it to hold it. This is actually one of the clasps I got from Mailworks. Came out pretty good. These are a couple pictures I took. Just took them real quick with my phone. So we're getting pretty close near the end here, because it's just pictures here at the end. So, I mean, they're not looking too bad. I still, like I said, need to do a little bit of playing and try to get those going. So, alright, it's starting back over, so we will flip over. And we're back over here. So, yeah, here's the cards. We just had those out there. Upside down. But yeah, this is for my chainmail shirt. This one's the portrait inlay, the shirt. These two I don't have anything on the back. I was just playing, trying out different settings and different colors and all that. So they're coming out really well. The only thing I don't like about these aluminum cards is they're really thin. I think I need to find some thicker ones by a little bit. These are kind of easy to bend, but I mean, they're not bad. Here's the test card that I had done with it, and I actually got so powerful it cut all the way through on the higher settings and slower speed. But right in this area is generally where I like, and that's kind of where the settings are for doing the aluminum. Actually, let me flip over to that camera. I need to go over to the top camera. Where you at? All cam stop. There we go. Transition over to that one. You can say bye-bye. Well, I guess I'll be up in the corner. Okay, did I flip? Yeah. So, there we go. Now it's on the big screen here. So you can see how it cut through on the 3 higher pulse settings. So, playing around, testing, seeing what happens. The little Grogu's come out really good. Let's see if I can get them up closer to the screen, and I can laser etch anything you basically want. Excuse me. Can I get closer? Yeah, a little bit. Anything you pretty much want on them, we can kind of laser up. We can get the graphics going and put them on there. It's a fairly quick, easy thing. Did them several. This one is actually, I don't know how well this one will show up at all. This is actually a titanium scale, laser etched. It's actually, you know, on these, we're pretty much just taking off the anodized color. We're not digging into the metal. This actually dug into the metal. I know you probably will not be able to see it on the screen, but it's actually got some deep grooves. You can feel the grooves on that thing. I still need to clean this up, and I didn't get a video of this one. It took a little bit longer. It takes a while to go through titanium, stainless steel, but it still came out pretty good. I'm going to get some of the anodized titanium scales, and I'm going to try to anodize those in different ways. I look funny on the little camera there. And this was the class. I don't know how well this will show up on there. It looks really good in person. These are the class from Mailworks. I've got a few projects in mind for these, and I want to test it. I put this on the back side because I figured the first one was going to be mine anyway, and I wanted to test it. These are stainless steel clasps. Really nice clasp. I like them. You know, maybe I should just zoom in here instead. Yeah, and it might be too much of a glare there, but it's actually dug into the metal a little bit on that one, so it's not going to wear off for sure. Take a lot of stainless steel wearing to get through that. And I know these rings probably aren't going to show up worth nothing. That's why I took the picture of them, because I wasn't sure. But then, you know, I think once I get my right curvatures done and all that, I think it's going to work out really well. Wrong way. Pretty happy with it so far. Some more playing I'll be doing with that and getting me some more scales going. I've had my other scales before, but these are so much quicker and easier. Setup time is so much quicker too. I'm hoping we can get them out in decent prices, and trying to find out a way of uploading pictures. We can upload a picture to the website, and I mean, if I don't do that, you can always send me a picture and we'll work on it, get it onto scale, and I can do them on all the different size scales. I've got all those. So alright, we're going to go ahead and move those on over and start getting into the project for tonight. We're working on let me get these rings up over here. I'm working on I think it's called a Byzantine unit. I'm not quite sure. I seen a picture of it a while ago. Thought it was really cool. I'm not really putting a whole lot of different color into it right now, but we're kind of doing these little Byzantine units that are two connected, and then connected on the ends, and then another group on this side, and keep going. It was kind of neat. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I mean, I've done Byzantine before, and that's one reason why I put it off for a while, because it's like I've done so much Byzantine, it's unbelievable. So decided we're going to go ahead and do that. So that's what I'm working on tonight. Alright, now we can start just getting into it here. How long have we been going now? Almost 15 minutes, so took a little bit of time to get through that, but you know, it's a neat little thing going on. I'm hoping to get some better videos, some different video. I just kind of threw up the camera, didn't really think about placing it in a good spot to get on that, and there are so many things that I did laser up that I forgot to record. Actually, I had the camera sitting there, but I was so antsy to get into doing the laser, I forgot to push record on the camera. So I did that, I don't know, probably 15 times. I forgot to turn on the camera. So we'll be doing more and more of that, adding more and more. If you got any ideas on things you'd like to see on scales or tags or anything like that, just drop me a line, and if it's something I think will go over pretty decently, I'll go ahead and just make them up. You don't have to buy them right then if you don't want, but I'm hoping the anodizing titanium with it is going to be really cool. I've got some ideas that if they work out, it's going to be really neat. We'll just have to see how that works out. And like I said, these, I think that I could be totally wrong on what these are called. I think it was called Byzantine units. I never really looked it up. I seen a picture forever ago on it. And I've been like, man, I need to do that. I need to do that. I've done a few different style of Byzantine type things. I've got a wider bracelet that I had done once with big connector rings between them, holding all the smaller Byzantine units. They're just the 3 parts here instead of the 5 that were going here. That was really neat too. And so I figured, I wanted to kind of do this, and I'm probably going to do another one of these too in different colors. Try it in different colors. Right now, I just kind of went silver for my connectors and going with purple for the main units. But I'll probably change those up, try them in different things. I do want to eventually get some, I don't have any silver this thick. I could go make it smaller, but it'd take a lot longer too. I do have some smaller silver wire, but I want to get some bigger wire, same size as this, and probably argonium silver, and do it in that. I think it's going to be, and weld it. I think it'd be really, really cool looking. The silver, boy, fine silver, and even the argonium's not really too bad. I don't think it's quite as bright as fine silver, but it's pretty darn close, and it's just so much brighter than silver aluminum. Just looks so much cooler. But I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Hopefully you're having a good week. Mine still really hasn't picked up. I was playing with the laser most of yesterday, and then actually probably another 3-4 hours again today. So it kind of put off doing any chainmail during that time because I was messing with that. But it's all the learning process. Once I get it all figured out and stuff, and I only have to learn whenever I change to a new material and figure out its settings. But I've got a pretty good handle on a lot of settings already, so that's nice. I did spend some time working on it, but the more time I spend on it now, less time I have to do it later. And hopefully I'll get some pictures, better pictures. I didn't pull out the big camera today and set up to get pictures of that. I took some from my phone, and they're never nearly as good as the big camera. Maybe if you've got a super good phone. I've got me, the $100 phone, so cameras on them aren't all that great, but it does the job I need it to do. I'm not a big phone user. I know a lot of people get into using their phones, but I pretty much, the only reason I actually got away from my flip phone was because I needed something I could run square for events so I could sell. If it wasn't for that, I'd still be using my old flip phone. I miss it. But, I don't really have any apps on it. I don't really play games on it. There are several times that the phone goes dead and I don't even realize it because I don't pick it up. I could go 3 or 4 days without picking up the phone sometimes. Now, not as much now with the security cameras. They constantly make it beep. But if I don't hear beep, I've still had it go dead because I didn't pick it up. I didn't hear the cameras go off. And so, yeah. I think I've only got like 3 or 4 apps on the thing. I guess I do have some music, but I've never used it. I just use the music I have on the computer anyway, so I've got better speakers on the computer, so. So it does the job, but it's not the greatest. I mean, I do use it, I guess, for the drone. And I'm sure a better phone would do better with the drone, but you know, it doesn't. It works. I haven't had no problem with it, so as long as it works, it's fine with me. So I'm going to make up some just units right now. We're just doing 2 and 2 units, 5 long, and then we'll come through and not bend the wire, but rotate the rings over to get into the Byzantine that we need, and I'll make connectors. And why did I close that, dummy? I didn't put it on yet. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the last one. Now I probably only need. I think I'm going to start with big chunks like this. I think I'm going to do 6 of them, get them together, and see how long that will be. This one's going to be a little different. I don't know how far to judge it, but we'll see how it goes. And if I need to expand it, this one will be harder to expand unless you expand at the clasp area, where you could just put in a few other rings to get a little longer. It's kind of, you know, to make it in just the units, it's going to be hard to get it to a perfect size for you, for anybody, kind of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can, but it's going to have to be that perfect size. At least in this ring size. I'm going to actually try it in different ring sizes also. I'm going to try to do some smaller. I don't know if I want to go much bigger, because if I start making Byzantine with bigger rings, it gets a little more loose. But I could and triple up instead of double up, and that might help it. So who knows? I mean, I might try it at some point in time. Depends on how I feel this one comes along when we're done. If it's a good like, I'll have to, you know, I'll show it to the wife and the daughter and see what they think. And I always try to get some input from them on things, because, you know, some people like bigger, some like more dainty stuff. So I like to have a variety. But the smaller you go, obviously the price goes up a little bit, because it takes longer and more, well, not necessarily, it does take more rings, but when it comes to the weight, it's normally about the same weight to ring ratio. And these aren't as purple as my... I didn't have this size in electric violet, which is what I wanted to go with, and I didn't have this size. I like the 7/32, 16 gauge. Work out pretty well for Byzantine. I mean, there are other sizes you can do. I mean, I made Byzantine at 1/4 inch. I'm trying to think of the smallest I've went. I've actually done it in 5/16. Yeah, I think I've done it in 5/16. And they're really gappy and more open, but still good looking. I mean, they still look fine. So, you know, one thing, I was actually talking on the stream the other night with Sean on his stream at Mailworks, and I don't even remember what we were talking about when my duck and Nana got talked to, and I don't know what I did with my duck and Nana. Since I moved everything around, I'm not sure where he went. He must be with the clasps that are missing, and something else that I've got missing too. There's a few little things here and there. Duck and Nana was one of them. He should have been with my extra large Chanian. I know it's not Christmas time, but he still has his hat on. He still hangs out with me. But Duck and Nana is supposed to be right over here beside him, and I'm not sure where I put it. I'm going to have to find him. Wife wants me to make a little shirt for him, or some type of little chainmail, something to go with him. He's my little buddy too, but I like my Mega Chanian. He's always sitting here with me. I want to try to give him little decorations for holidays. I got the Christmas with the Santa hat on. I was like, what can I do for Valentine's Day for him though? And I thought about making a little heart necklace that I could put on him. But I didn't have the size rings that I wanted to use to do it, so I haven't done that. Eventually I'll have to do a little something, but then I always have to think in advance when it comes to chainmail. Keep looking at the other camera. Because that's the one that was looking at me before, now it's this one. So, but yeah, when you're doing events and chainmail, you got to think much in advance so you can get your supplies, you can get things built well before that it, comes up. That's why I was looking for my heart tags. I was wanting to do some laser etched heart tags and have them showing for Valentine's Day, but like I said, that is one of the other things that I know I've got 700-800 of them somewhere. What I did with them, I'm not exactly sure. I know I'll find them eventually. Probably after I order more because I couldn't find them. That's how it always ends up working. Look at a quickie over here. No spamming on the YouTube yet tonight. That's good. Oh, Buzzy finally came over and took my chair. Been fighting with him all day. He wants every chair I want to sit in. He jumps up in it as soon as I get up out of it. I was constantly going from my desktop to my laptop, so I was getting up a lot, moving the flash drive around. I jump up and take a step and a half, plug in the flash drive, come back a step and a half backwards to go sit down, and I sat on him. And then he kind of got mad at me. At one point he was yelling at me because I was, what are you doing over there? You're supposed to be over here. Because he wanted the chair back, and I was like, no, it's my chair. So where are we at here now? 26 minutes, so we still got another good half an hour before we stop. Like I said, I always want to go a minimum of an hour. If I can go a little longer, I will, depending on what's going on. I do want to kind of put this stuff up tonight because, I have got nothing done on the inlay, which is just driving me bonkers to do. And I wanted to get it done before Super Bowl, and I doubt that's going to happen just because I've been playing so much with the laser and everything else. Like I said, this week has just been a month this year. Nothing bad per se, just nuisance stuff, like I said, the car having its issues. Every time I go to do anything, it's taking 2-3 times longer. I was just chatting with the wife. She's like, I had plans that she wanted to have plans to have certain things done every day, and it hasn't worked out that way for her, and so she's upset about that. I'm like, I understand. It's been happening all year. Things that should have been done by now are still not done. Just driving me nuts. But otherwise, we've had pretty decent weather, a few snows, but yesterday and today were upper 50s at least. I didn't even look at the weather actually today. I was so busy doing different things that, I was able to go outside without a coat or anything on, so had to be pretty decent. And I know, Tara doesn't come in here very often. She's normally sleeping during my stream, but this is the shirt that she got me for Christmas. I think it might become my Wednesday night shirt. And I'm still debating on if I'm going to do the background. I got the green screen background. I've got other backgrounds that I can use, but I don't know. It kind of shows my work area off in the back that I kind of like in a way. Kind of just shows off stuff, but other ways it's like I want to cover it up. And I keep playing with the green screen. It's kind of cool. Doing it. And I thought about, was I chatting with Sean that night? Probably. We're talking about, I'd like to put down a green here, get green gloves, and so it could be like a space background and just pliers floating in space weaving. I thought that would be kind of cool. And there's other things I thought of, but again, that's just more stuff I need to add to the arsenal of things I need to do. And it's going to be getting busy here pretty soon. The weather going to start changing. March, you can kind of start having better days, and that's when our leaf drop-off brush place opens back up, and finally start getting some of the yard done. So that's going to. And if you've ever listened to me before, our yard has so many leaves, it is unbelievable. We only have 4 trees, and they're big old trees and tall. We just had them cut back, so they're actually less, but none of the leaves in our yard are actually from our trees. When our leaves fall on our trees, they fall and go down the street, but on the other way, but all the other people's from up over here blows towards us, and so yeah, we just get so many leaves, it is unbelievable. And I found using the leaf sucker, I don't think it's a leaf blower, well I guess it's a blower, but you can also suck up with it. It kind of mulches them a little bit, so I can actually put more in a thing. It just seems to take longer to have to wait for it to suck up than you get. Sometimes you'll get clogs and you have to take care of and all that, and kind of a booger in a way, but every Saturday I'll end up going almost every Saturday once they open back up to drop off leaves. I'll fill up the reusable bags that I currently have during the week, and then Saturday, as long as it's not raining, take them up there. This year, the way everything fell, they close it right after Christmas, I think, for about 2 months. Was it right before Christmas? Right after Christmas, but the days with Christmas falling this year and New Year's, yeah, because I think it was the 9th, January 9th, it seems like. I don't know why the 9th is sticking in my head. I think that was their last Saturday. But the 2 Saturdays before that, they weren't open. I could take them up during the week, but they'll charge you. And yeah, they get a little crazy on their charging, Sometimes you have to wait in the line on Saturday because everybody goes for free. But as many times as I have to go, I mean, I could probably easily spend a couple $100. And at that point, it's like I should have just hired somebody to come and do it, because they would have taken care of it and taken them away anyway. So if I do it myself, I just got to do it on Saturdays to save the money. But yeah, I mean, I think our limit for bags, if you use paper bags to fill up, is 25, and I can probably fit 4 or 5 of the paper bag leaf sacks into my reusable bags that I have. Found some on Amazon that work really well. They're some type of canvas, plasticky bags, but I think they're 55, 60 gallon. And but I can easily put 4 or 5 of the paper bags full of leaves in it, and I'll still end up taking up and dropping off probably 40 of the bigger bags that I currently use. I'll fill up normally I've got 6 or 7 bags. I've had 2 break on me, so I think I'm down to 5 or 6 bags left. But I can only fit normally about 5 bags in the van anyway, so that's normally what I try to fill up during the week, is 5 bags, and then on Saturday take them up. And we'll do that for at least 2 months. So I'll take up 40, 50 of these large bags of leaves, man. I'm just saying, we get a ton of leaves. Alright, where's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 2 more of these we need to build, or we can start sticking them together. Roughly. Rough. And which reminds me, since we're kind of here, and I've talked about them a couple times tonight, go check out Mailworks and Sean over at Mailworks. Try to remember to put in a link tonight. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I don't. MailleWerx. Find him on Facebook. It'll take you to his website. He's also on Twitch and YouTube. Which reminds me, our stream is on Twitch and YouTube also. Don't forget to check us out. go over there, give us a like, subscribe, all those good things. The more we have, the more shares, the more people we can get over. And like I said, I want to try to start getting into some more giveaways again. I was trying to start them up last year, at the end of the last year. Just wasn't getting a whole lot of takers, which a little weird that you can't get takers for free stuff, but you know, it is what it is. I know I had a lot of the people that had followed me for the first 3 or 4 years of Facebook, you know, they've kind of disappeared out. I get it, I understand it, everybody's got their own things to do, but so I'm always have to try to invite that new crowd, but come on, get on through. Hopefully I'm in, yeah. Probably should zoom that camera in a little bit. I just don't want to get too close where I end up going out of frame all the time. That's my biggest thing. I want to try to keep it in there. Still looking at making up some videos of tutorial videos of some basic weaves. It's on the list. I was hoping to finally get into it by February, but yeah. Like I said, everything's taking so much longer this year. Good drink here. Looks good. So far, hopefully. Let's see if we can get this bracelet done before the stream ends. This is the longest part. After that, I mean, I guess I'm putting on 8 more of those. 9, 10, 11 rings to connect them all up to finish it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should go a little bit quicker. I mean, I guess we're putting 10 rings to make a 5-piece unit, but then it takes 20 per unit since they're side by side. Alright, so there's these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5, this is 6, yeah. So one more little strip, and then we can start connecting them together. Probably going to try it a couple different ways to see if I go in the middle and then connect my outsides, or start on one end and just work my way down to the other end. I don't know yet. I was kind of playing around with ring sizes on this test unit to see what it's like. I think I almost still want to go with a smaller ring on as my center, but I ended up making just the same, so I didn't have so many ring size changes. Actually, no, I didn't. Yeah, I did put a smaller one inside there, because I actually thought about using a bigger one on my ends. That's what it was. Because I'm using 1/4 inch on my ends, and same size here, 7/32 as the connector in between. I did think about going one smaller, but I don't think I could put it in there very easily without it kind of messing up the weave overall. But who knows? That's one of those other things that maybe one day I'll just have to try, you know, try it differently, see what happens. That's how everything is. I've done box, and basically every size ring I've ever owned, I've done a box weave in. And you get bigger and they flop around more, and then they get tighter, they look cool. But either way, like I said, I've sold probably the same amount of the bigger ones that have the smaller ones that are nice and tight. So, I mean, everybody has their own preference. So that's kind of why I do mix it up. Try to have different things in different sizes, or same thing in different sizes. So some people like them chunkier, some people like the daintier. My wife's in and out. It just depends. She likes the dainty in a way, but she also likes some of the beefier stuff in a way. So it's more down to the weave, and I think color sometimes is what affects her. And maybe it does other people. I don't know. Everybody's got their own brain core going, so have their own thoughts on all that. I didn't work on the, which I'm actually proud of myself of not getting anything done on the Monday night project for the wall hanging we're working on, the sunburst. It sits there and taunts me all the time. I'm looking at it right now because I got the big ring hanging and the little parts down underneath it just going, hey, you want to build me, don't you? And it's like, yes, but no, but yes. Alright, so we're going to need some of these now. Still need some purple. Alright, so we're just going to connect these two centers together. Easier to do them now. I think the first one I did there, I put them together on the edges and then try to come in through the middle. It was a little tighter, so this time I was like, let me try to do center first before we actually start folding them up into each other. Come on, ring. You're being a pain in the butt there. There we go. So if I do that, I'm going to go ahead and just do that to all these. That might actually be the easiest thing, because I think that was a lot easier than that first unit I was doing, other than the ring didn't want to close there properly. Yeah, that was much easier. Much nicer. And then we'll open up purples and do our folding and connect them to our bigger 1/4 inch. I guess I'm going to have to pre-close up some of those. Well, actually I'm going to have to probably more, I think. Why am I closing that? I need to open it. Because if I need to put my next unit on there, I could put them on one end, but the other end won't have one because it'll be on that. And then it's my so yeah, I'm going to have to do them that way. Doing one unit, putting them on each end was different than the rest of the weave will have to go when I'm putting them together. And hopefully the wife's not watching tonight. She didn't always watch, because actually one reason I went purple was because I'm building this for her for Valentine's Day. I figured if she sees it on a stream, she sees it. Nothing I can really do about that, but if she doesn't, it'll be more of a surprise to her. I won't be able to show it to her tonight. Normally, when I get done with the project, I'll take it up and show it to her, but I'll have to hold off on doing that with this one. And all these are double, triple stuff, man. What was the deal? Oh, that's a cluster. Oh, I bet that was my test unit of 4 winds. I think is what I was doing with that. And it was one that I wasn't going to continue on, so I put it back in there to pull apart. Which I probably will have to here soon, because I'm starting to run a little low on these. Don't have a whole lot of 7/32. This is actually ring size that I just started getting about 2 years ago. Alright, so next, let me go ahead. If I open up these two, actually, that's going to be 4 to do that. So let me go ahead and just work that. We're going to flip these around and get our openings going. Gotta get our screen to get our Byzantine fold going here. I go 2 on this side on both ends, both strands, and then I can I only have to pre-close a few of them. Alright, so I gotta make sure I do the proper end over here, hold it out, make sure I get up to the screen here Probably should try to do my folding after I've got my ring already open, but oh well. And then I can go ahead and put my big one through, and this will be the other end, and the open end. Now I'll weave on to the other unit. Because I won't be able to... I didn't even think about that when I was building the first unit, that I'll have to connect them. I guess I could have leave them all off and just come through and add those, but again, that might be a little more difficult. Who knows? It might be easier. I don't know. So now we need this. Sometimes you just don't know till you give it a try. So if we connect through all these, that'll be the one end. And then the other side here is where we'll make our connection to that piece. Actually, yeah, it's the part that does the folding is where I need to do it to that. So if I go through this, and then I need to come through that one. And then we double it up. And then we'll pull the other strand on the other side, do the same thing. I guess I can go through either one first, doesn't matter. As long as it goes through them all properly. And so then this side, I guess it's the only loose end left. Open it, fold them down, put it through, and then come back and connect to that. And that'll give us 2 units. Make sure I go through the right one. Don't want to triple up one and leave a single somewhere. I've done that on other things before. So that's basically what we're going to continue to keep doing. Kind of little Byzantine units. So I guess I'm going to need some more purple too. Stay up on the table. They do look more blue in my video, don't they? These are the standard purple, not the electric violet, and not like the vibrant purple of some. I've got some vibrant. The smaller ones are really, really vibrant purples. These are more of a mellow purple. So, grab another one. That's the centers. Oh, I lost it. There it goes. Quick looks around. Hopefully I didn't miss any chat anywhere. Sorry if I did. If you are here chatting, I'm missing it. Sorry. I know my computer started acting a little funky. Basically telling me you need a reboot, but I didn't have enough time. I had everything open, pre-done, ready to go. And in about 10 minutes, my driver from my video cards crashed, recovered. But not all the time after recovery does it recover properly, to say anything nice about it. So I was kind of worried, but everything seemed to be going okay on that front. But there were some things I was trying to open after the crash, and it would open up the page, but it wouldn't show what was supposed to be there. And I was like, I don't want that. Hopefully it doesn't give me a stream problem. So I will be having to restart the computer tonight. Like I said, my computer normally stays on all the time. So trying to remember to reboot sometimes is my Achilles heel. Going, oh yeah, I forgot. After a reboot, this will fix, this, and stop doing that. Because I play a few, when I'm doing chainmail or anything, if I'm going to sit down for a few minutes, take a quick break, I like to veg my mind. So I play some of those stupid oh, what do they call those games? Mashing games, I guess. Like diamonds and circles and stuff, and you try to match three up and slide them around. They pop away and they fall down, type thing. I play those just for brain numbing, and I wouldn't say fun, just something where I'm not having to think about anything. Those type of games, nothing that you have to sit there for a while. If I'm just taking a 5-minute break or something, it's easier to do it that way. Okay, now I need to connect to this. And so I'll normally have one of those kind of things opened up on my computer on another page, and it's like, oh, okay, brain melt time. Just let it go, play a quick few rounds. Okay. Yeah, I think my laptop's, well, I got to look at my laptop a little bit more too, because when I started it up, it was about 20 minutes till stream. Normally when I turn the laptop up and get it going and get into my pages and all that. And when I did that tonight, it was sitting there telling me, hey, it's Windows 11. We've downloaded it for you. Do you want to install and all that crud? And I was like, no. Not out of the blue, I'm not just going to do it. I've read some horror stories about people upgrading to 11. I'm like, I'm not ready for that. So my laptop might be having some issues that way. I mean, if I'm going to update any of the laptops, I guess it would be this one. Maybe that's what I should do, just to give it a try. Because this laptop it's not very powerful, doesn't have a lot of, it's got decent RAM, I guess, but it just doesn't work as good as the others. Alright, so there's 3 units. Okay, so we'll get on to the next unit. How long is actually these 3 units? Take me out to 3 7/8, almost 4 inches. By the time I add a clasp onto that one end, I'm already past 4. So, but it is wider. A wider bracelet normally takes a little bit longer to get it to where you want it to be. All right, so we'll flip these first. What was the other thing I went through? I knew a lot of cleaning on the computer, and I went through and I normally, when I clean up my cookies and all that stuff, and from in there, I normally always save some of my cookies so I don't have to input that stuff into websites and have to pull out, and try to remember what the passwords were, blah, blah, blah. I've got like 7 to 8 places that I can't get into right now because I deleted the cookies. And I'm not sure what they are to get back into them. 2 of them are just kind of my places that I go to for deal sites, that list certain deals, you log into them and all that. So I've been able to get in those 2 here. Because when did I do that cleaning? It was sometime last week. And I normally always turn off, don't clean out the cookie coach. I want to do that manually. And I forgot to uncheck it, and so it cleaned out all my cookies, and I was like, ah. So when it came time to go back and log back into the bank account, I actually had to have the bank call me so I could get back in, because I know the password, but I forgot my username because it was already pre-filled out all the time for me. All I had to do was get in there and put in password. So yeah, that screwed that up, and that goes with PayPal and all that other stuff too. I had to go through and get all that reset, and I was like, I've been doing the same type of cleaning for years and years and years. I always do my cookies manually, and it got dumb after 5 years, 6 years, and didn't do it properly. Didn't even know that I did the cleaning, went to bed one night. It wasn't until the next day is when I realized things were screwed up, because it was like I went to go do my normal login, and it's like, what? Huh? What's going on? Then I remembered, oh, I did the cleaning, and I bet you I forgot to turn off my cookies. So when I went to a few other places and I had to log back in, I was like, yeah, I forgot to turn off the cookie cleaner. Okay, this one. Oh, I need to double this one up first anyway. Where are we at here anyway? 54 minutes. We'll probably go a little over an hour a day. I'd like to finish this up. We're getting pretty close. I think I'm going to at least get it to the point of having these all together and put our plasma on. If I need to make any adjustments, I can do that later. But I'd like to get it where it's pretty much closed up for the night. And I still need to put in the... let me go ahead. Let me put in this one. Then I'll add in the MailWorks link. I'm sure you could probably find it fairly easily on my page somewhere. A lot of my videos have a link to him. He normally starts at 9 p.m. Central Time. That's why I like to finish up at the latest by 9 so I can go over and watch his. I don't always catch his, but I try to. There are a few nights every once in a while I'll miss it. So there's our 4 units. I'm liking it. The longer it gets, the better it's looking. So we only got 2 more units to really put together. So as long as I don't do any stupidness, I should be able to get it here pretty soon done. We'll put this unit on and see where we're at lengthwise. Because then I only have 1 more to put on it, but alright, hold it properly and I can do it. I was going to put in the link. Yeah, and you know what? I forgot to turn up my music too. Duh. About like everything else this month. Always forgetting a little something. Why's my temperature gauge turned? Alright. Let me go ahead and put that in. See what I have to put in tonight. Hey! MA gave it to me. That was nice. Normally it doesn't work that good. There's a link to MailWorks. I think it's a link, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I was worried there for a half second. But head over there, give his pages a like, and check out some of his stuff. His business is more chainmail related items that are printed, shirts and all that good stuff. But his streams, he streams and works on chainmail. Chainmailer at heart, but as his business there, he chainmail inspired items. I forget. He always says it perfectly. He's much better of a talker than me, speaker, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I mumble along. Where'd it go? Okay. Sometimes you probably can understand me. Other times you probably can't. What is he mumbling about now? Who knows? I mumbled to myself. Alright, other side. I can't believe I forgot. That's why I'm trying to get the music to be in the just automatic. You know, I don't have to mess with it, but every time I try to do it, it seems to want to stop for some reason. 30 minutes in, every time. Even though I've got, 2 hours of stuff there, it just seems to always want to stop. So I need to work on that. Plus, well, I wanted to level out the audio. I'm not sure how Sean does his over there at MailWorks, but he's got a pretty good setup on how he does his. So he's got some new cameras, looking good. Feeling a little jelly myself about it. It's like, man, he's got a little zoom in camera. This camera here He's got a one that he uses from his top. But I think I would like to replace that one with what he's using. I think it would work very well because it does have a zoom feature on it. I thought about trying to use one of my normal cameras for there to do it, but it wouldn't have a remote to do the zoom, so I'd have to do like I have to reach up here to this one whenever I need to zoom instead of just using a little remote would be nice. Okay, one more. Slipping out of my hands. Which one? This one. Probably don't need to double these up, but I was afraid if I didn't, it would look a little weird and thinner. So I was like, I just need to go ahead and double them up. I don't necessarily need them, but I think it made it look better. There's 5 units. This takes us up to 6 1/4. So next one will take us up to a little over 7. I need to make this at almost 8. By the time I add that in, it might work out pretty good. I'm not sure. I might have to add 1 or 2 extra clasp side rings. I'll have to see when that comes in. Well, and couldn't make it to the band parent meeting last night because of the vehicle. I try not to drive it as much as possible. Only driving it when need be right now because I have to constantly put water in it, antifreeze, whatever. And but they were contacting me through text through the whole meeting last night. I got some more pictures I need to go take care of. They wanted to get pictures of their winter guard, so I don't mind doing that. Again, I don't know how much longer I'll be doing it, but I'd like to continue to do it. But you know, if the business and everything starts picking up like it has been, it's just harder and harder to do it. It's going to be harder and harder to make time to do both, you know. And I mean, I love doing it and stuff, but you know, if the business picks up, I need to focus more on that because I'm getting older, so I don't have much longer in the business per se. I'm hoping I got at least another 20 years in me, but who knows? Being 50, if I can make it to 70 and still be chainmailing, would be cool. But we'll have to see how that goes. All right. And then onto these. Where we at? So we're just over an hour. So yeah, about an hour 15 probably by the time we actually get done and do my ending spiel. I guess I can go ahead and thank everybody again for joining, seeing what's going on. I appreciate it. If you got anybody else that might want to join sometimes, go over there, follow us, give us a like and all that. Check us out when we'll have our giveaways and stuff. I want to start doing those again, and I tell you what, I've already said it a couple times. If one night I have 4 or more people show up one night, we could just do an impromptu giveaway. I got to make sure I have some of the stuff out. I got a few things that I needed to put it in and make a little tub of giveaway stuff. Nothing wrong with it. It all goes, right now it's all in the event. I mean, it's all stuff I would normally turn around and sell. But, still looking to get to the 500 likes also on Facebook. After that, I do plan on doing a big giveaway. I think somebody might be surprised and would be extremely happy to get something of one of these giveaways. So, get everybody to come over there, get some likes. They don't have to constantly come over and follow us and watch every stream to be part of that, but we need to get people in there and get them to like us and all that. Alrighty. So, there is our 6 units. And we're at 7, almost 7.5. So, I'm going to go ahead and put on our clasp on one end and see, because I'm probably I don't know. I might need it. Might have to go one more unit. So put the clasp on there. That's going to take us up to almost right at 8. I'll put this on. We'll be about 8 1/8. But once I close it and put it on the measurer, the bracelet sizer, whatever you want to call that, I'm having a feeling we're going to be about 7.5, being as wide as this bracelet is. We'll see. We'll have to just figure it out and see what happens. So, yeah, I can already feel it's not quite, fairly close-ish. I'm gonna say 7.5. Oh, we're at 7. Really? Yeah. I should have gone one more unit. So, that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. We still got a few. Maybe I can get it done here before 9. And then we'll just take that apart and try to get one more unit thrown in here, and that should be plenty enough. I'm using the rainbowed stainless steel lobster clasp on this. I don't know if I might end up just going with the normal stainless. I'm not sure yet. I'll go through them because they're a variety of colors, and one side's a little more purple blue, the other side's more of a goldy red. It's a matter of finding the right one sometimes. It's not none of them are exactly the same. Some are close-ish, but none of them are exact. Alrighty. So one more unit should take us up to close near 8. It'll be close near 9 laid out. I guess it is a little... Should have looked at my sideways. I know it's wide this way, which will change it, but if it's also thick, that can change how big it ends up being on your wrist. So, like I said, I normally go with 7 3/4 to 8 for the wife's stuff, which I don't think she ever showed up tonight, so that's good. Hopefully she doesn't watch this later, or at least before Monday. Which Monday's Valentine's Day, but I will probably be streaming. Probably won't be doing anything. We normally don't make plans, just because we can't necessarily with the wife's health issues. It's hard to make plans for anything because you just never know how she's going to feel. Could be a good day, could be a bad day. And I hate, there have been a few times I've made plans to do something and, paid out money to do this and that, and it ends up being a bad day, and so you lose all that, and it's like, I have a hard time wanting to make plans anymore because of that. I mean, nothing wrong with it, I love my wife, but I hate trying to make any kind of plans anymore when it comes to, plans as a date nights and stuff like that. It just doesn't work out for us. Kind of like the last time we went out of town. It was nice to get out of town, but I tell you what, it was a little mini vacation, but by the time it was done, I worked harder that weekend just because of everything extra I had to do that I would have just rather stayed at home, to be honest with you. Hate to say that, but, it is what it is, though. Can't change that up, and I'm not going to go around and not do, want to be with her or anything like that. It's kind of like make that commitment. It's the commitment. I love her to death, and it just sucks that we can't do some of the things that, I always thought once we got older we'd be able to do. Nice to be able to go on vacations, I've always been waiting for the empty nester syndrome, and, our kids are still, we got the son, the oldest daughter, she's moved out a long time ago. Son moved out, but he had to come back because of his health issues and kidney failure. But he's getting better, and he'll probably go along here soon. The oldest in college, so she's still here, but we'll see what happens here in a few years. Maybe we'll finally become empty nesters, but some people, I know she won't like it, but I think I will. And it's like, you got the grandkids, they come over. But they don't come over as often as you would like because, again, it has to be a good day. You just can't plan those out. You just never know. We crossed over probably about 2 years ago from the more good days than bad, and about 2 years ago it kind of evened out, and now we've kind of gone on the other side of it, more bad days than good, which sucks. Ooh, I'm running really close to running out of rings on this too. Which is good, because I know I have another bag of these, but they are slightly different colored. And I don't want to have them do that. One thing I hate about making graduated stuff in anodized aluminum, because every ring size can be slightly different colored, because they run different ring sizes and have them anodized at different times, so they're not always exact. I made a few dragons that way. They actually came out okay. They kind of were a little stripedy as they went because of the color change between the ring sizes, but that's one of the things that I would rather... I guess somebody is watching me, maybe. I don't see any viewers that I can see, but I just heard the daughter get yelled down the steps that, "You want to get rid of me?" I might be in trouble. It's not that I want to get rid of them, but I do. I wonder why it's not showing me anybody. Unless I'm hearing things. I guess I'll find out after the stream when I get yelled at. I can already see it coming. I'm in trouble now. Which means a wife might be watching, so she now knows what she's getting for Valentine's Day. Great. I knew I shouldn't have said anything. It's always my luck, you know. If I wouldn't have said anything, she wouldn't have watched and wouldn't have known, and I could have said something. And that's how it always works out for me. But yeah, I'm not showing any. I've got... well, actually, that's not clicked down, so I'm not sure about YouTube. Nobody's commented on YouTube, but it looks like I have a viewer on YouTube, so... And Facebook, it normally has a little thing up there, and it doesn't even have a space for it right now on viewers, so I could have viewers on over here, and I'm not even seeing them. I don't know. Alright. Where are we at here? 42. Sweet. Yeah, we'll get this put together before 9. It's only got to take off one ring off of that. So yeah, we can get this put back together and finish it up before we close down tonight, which is always good on my Wednesday nights. That's what I like to have happen. I guess maybe it's a good thing I had the one unit redone. Kind of did that more so that when I want to make sure I had enough rings. I needed to see how much each unit was going to take ring-wise. I didn't count them all out, but I kind of get an eyeball. I know how many's in that this will hold. I know how many's halfway, approximately, not exact, but good enough that, you know, I was like, yeah, I should have enough to be able to do that. Getting close, but plenty enough still. I'd probably go, maybe it'd be cutting it close for 2 more units. With what I got on the table, I probably could get 2 units, but that'd be it. Well, if you're watching me somewhere, comment so I know. Let's see here. Gotta remember to look up there. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Alright, let me go ahead and take this ring out. I don't need it. Where's my closure? There it is. Get it on out of the way so I can just attach to it. And we are folding. Yeah, we got 15 minutes till 9, so yeah. This will only take a few more minutes here. So, like I said, it all depends on what's going on the night. Depending on how long I run, I always do a minimum of an hour. Oh, dang it. That's where I need to connect. I didn't even know she was home. I know she had ran out for a little bit. Hopefully, I'm just thinking that I think I heard her say something, but hopefully maybe it wasn't and they weren't watching. Alright, that one, and then this side. Come on. And come on up over here. Good boy. I'm surprised he didn't hear me meow at me. I normally say good boy. He's like, rah, 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 rah. Yeah. He's just hanging out. He's got the chair now. He's like, I'm not fighting for the chair. I'm hanging out and sleeping. Yeah, and then I gotta go let out the baby girl when I get done with my stream. I was trying to get her out before the stream, but started running out of time, and I was like, no, I don't want you to be out for just half an hour. You gotta be able to run for at least an hour. What was that? Alright, so 7 units. Try that out. Wow. 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 Yes, I'm crazy. I'm almost crazy tired tonight. I'm pretty tired. Didn't have a whole lot of good sleep last night per se. I think I only ended up sleeping for about 5.5, 6 hours in total, maybe even a little less. Surprised I didn't get really tired earlier today when I'm taking that, but I was just so busy doing stuff, it kind of kept me going. So, alright, let's see how this works now. Oh, now it pops up. Yeah, my little watching YouTube. Yeah, I see somebody over there on YouTube, but nobody. So your mother's been watching too, huh? Yeah. Oops. Flip it back around, dummy. So yeah, they're gonna yell at me when I go upstairs now. But yeah, the top of my screen here where it normally shows me my viewers on, what did I do here? That is making that so weird. It should be right that way. And then perfectly fine this way. That's what I just did. But for some reason, and now it is. I don't know what it was. Yeah, that feels more right. And let's see where we end up running on this here. Well, that took us up just over 8. So that one unit, we were just over 7. Took us up about an inch overall on our thing here. I'm not going to yell at Yoey. Oh, you already yelled down here. I heard you. So, that's our units. Byzantine unit is what I think it's called. Like I said, I'm not sure. There's a picture I'd seen. Been wanting to do it. So, that's where that is. I'm going to go ahead and measure my full length here. Just I'm wondering now. Put it in my brain stem for later for if I do something similar-ish. So, yeah, we ran at 9 and almost a half. 9 and 3/8. is about where we are in total length to come out at 8 once it's put together. Just a neat little thing. There are a few little things I'm kind of wondering if I changed up. I almost want to make it a little. If I went to 18 gauge and used probably 7/32 would probably be pretty good on that. Might work out, I don't know. But that's tonight's project. So there you go. One last looky-poo here. Let me go ahead and get my transfer back over here so we're looking at my face, I guess. Unfortunately, you have to look at the craziness of me. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. If you join us now or if you're watching later, I know I've had a few people show up through YouTube, and obviously my daughter is watching YouTube tonight. But I had 2 on Twitch tonight. Nobody didn't post any comments, but like I said, don't need to post anything. If you just drop in, say hey, or not even say hey, just drop in and watch us. If you're watching this later, that's cool too. So again, I want to thank everybody. If you got time, give us a like, give us a share, all that good stuff. We will be back tomorrow night, same time, working on the Chieftain Zone inlay. Hopefully I'll get a little more done tomorrow. I doubt I will tonight, but we'll see. Hopefully. You never know. But anyways, I hope you all have a great night, and we will catch you tomorrow. Peace.